Everybody doing out there? Peasant Chat, talking to the poor people and the faithful 100 of you that actually hit the like button in the beginning. Again, I'm pretty aware that there's probably 100 staunch, faithful, every single time before the show comes on, they hit the like button. So I'm talking to you. The rest of you are freeloaders, and you come on and don't even happen to hit the like button. Then you wonder, why doesn't Alex do more videos? So today what we're going to talk about is the Model S Plaid set a new EV record, which production EV record, which makes me go, what about the Rimac Nevera? But again, it hasn't probably done a Nürburgring, and I guess there's potentially like a qualification as to what is actually a production vehicle, because the Rimac Nevera is a $1.2 million thing, but if it's production, it's production, it's production. So apparently the Model S Plaid now features a track pack, which has better brakes, better tires, better wheels, I think, and it's like $40,000 more dollars, or $30,000+ for wheels, brakes, and potentially a revised software program to make it optimal for track days, which, look, if you're at the Nürburgring with a regular ass car, like what you think is a performance car, let's say a 20 plus GT performance package car, manual with a Vortec, you're going to get gapped. You're going to get gapped by this Tesla Plaid. But again, it's a $100,000+ car, plus another $25,000 to $30,000, potentially $40,000 for the track package specifically. So I guess you could play that game. But what I want to do today is talk about, how does this stack up? How does the Model S Plaid, because okay, now you're entering race car stuff, and the moment you get Tesla guys talking race car stuff, you start hearing absolute nonsense. Now, I've always been a proponent of electric motors. If you watch the show faithfully and religiously, you know I am a proponent of EVs in the racing realm, but not in a sedan that weighs 4,500 pounds. I think that's utterly ridiculous to do something like that. But the fact that it's really quick, it's great. I just think they need to come out with a chassis that's sub 3,500 pounds, all-wheel drive, same exact Plaid drivetrain. Don't change anything. Just make it insanely lighter. Maybe the battery pack doesn't allow you to do so. But now we're talking race car stuff. And you start hearing the most ridiculous, stupid thing. You're gonna hear some really dumb stuff come from Tesla owners, because by and large, Tesla owners don't know much about cars, right? Tesla owners don't know much about cars. Tesla owners hate driving. They tout the full self-drive feature. So if that's one of the best features of electric cars, the fact that you don't have to drive, well, then why get one if you like to drive? I love to drive. I do not get in a car going, ugh, this sucks. I have to drive to the grocery store. I have to drive to see the Lunds. I absolutely love driving. So you can make the case that the Tesla is for non-drivers, especially the Model 3 and the Y, if they tout specifically the full self-drive feature. So we're gonna stack the Tesla Plaid track pack, which is over $130,000, versus two older vehicles. Now we're talking track stuff, Tesla and Tesla owners. Don't get mad. You entered into our realm, racing. So now we're going to talk racing, and we're going to say, if this Model S Plaid for $130,000 new runs a 720 or 730, well, what does an old performance vehicle do? Something designed to do that, because the track pack is designed to do that. I get it. It's apples and oranges, but y'all stepped into the racing world, so we'll talk about it. But as always, before we do that, let's have Mr. Bill O'Reilly say hello.
Okay. We'll do it live.
Okay.
No. We'll do it live. Fuck it. Do it live. I'll write it and we'll do it live. Right. Fucking thing sucks.
That's right. I agree with Bill O'Reilly. And as always, thank you to the sponsors that make everything possible. Two Auto Solution out there in Puerto Rico, Roll Racing and Half Mile Racing. Probably going to blow up a couple of coyotes, but that's how it goes. Ultimate Header, ultimateheader.com, Ultimate Headers on Instagram. We're going to probably get some headers coming. We'll see. Parts Farm, partfarm.com. Rebuildable cars on site. Crank-a pallets on site. Voodoo, Coyote, you name it, they got it. Race Motive, the, I don't know, it's a roll race league thing. MIR and Pocono, badass shit. Thanks for all the giveaways. Really nice of them to do so. PMAS, Nick James needs GM transfer functions. He's fucking with GM stuff. I love it. I love hearing it. PMAS. Dina High Performance will punch you in the face and give you stuff. Dina High Performance for all your parts needs. DinaHighPerformance.com for anything and everything. Kong Performance, I did some testing yesterday on more cold air stuff. Good data. It helped me figure out another issue that I had, so I think it came in handy. Calimer Transmission, CalimerTransmission.com. He's up at Carlisle Ford Nationals, and he tried to get his car on the VMP dyno, but I'm absolutely shocked that the dyno wasn't working. I've literally never heard of that happening. I can't believe their dyno goes to an event from Orlando to Pennsylvania and their dyno doesn't work. It has never happened before. Let's say hi to the people who get after it. Joe Swish, Garage Bill Coyote, done 523. Jared Wells, good morning. Been a good week. I hope you ain't fucking with that chick no more. God damn it. Ken McAllister, Tyler R, Monty 540, Minibag Badman, Angel Puerto Rico, D-Rock Fox, Garage Built Again, LG, TJ Sikorsky, Walter Hoffman, ATX, Cobra, Coyote Kelly, Nat Jew, It's Oman, Bryson Witt got his headers in trans, and good for him. Tone 2SS, Joe Jackson, Minibag Again, 94 GT Ver, Robo Style, James NJ, GZ, Stang, Andrew Stotts, Nick G, Timo, P, Buddy. Time for my cup of Joe, Device Lord, Brian 03 Cobra, Agent Orange, Device Lord again, No Name Podcast. What's up, No Name Podcast? Louis A, Torque and Bean Sauce, Michael Schaefer, Harley Taquache Mode, Underrated and Technical, Cole Daniel, Alfredo Diaz, Turuvi, Ate, Racing, finishing the hash browns, making your eggs opposite way that you ordered them. You're getting them well done. I don't care what you order. I don't even know what poached is. Yeah. Right. Not you, Nitrogen Bias Plus, Abdullah Alabasi, Jesus Perez. I have this allergy shit and my voice is gone. Ray, Garage Book Coyote again, TRD Ricky, 27, The Wolf, Admiral, Eddie Winslow, Matt Class, SK Jeff, Michael Perez, Jacob Willis, Miniback again, Peter Chow, Diego, that's all the way to the bottom, Unicorn, No Name again, CJ, Isaiah, not Donald Trump, DJ, not Jew, Mr. 58, Felix, Minibike, Jermaine, Hassan, Abbas, and Underrated and Technical. Okay. So, let's take the sponsors off here, right? Let's take the sponsors off, and let's go to the display capture. Now, the Model S Plaid, you want to hear an absolutely boring, I'm sorry. Look, they're fast. I'm not ever going to say they're not fast. But God damn it, I can't watch this and be excited. I can't watch this and be excited like at all. Nothing. No input. No audible input. Nothing. Tires screeching. So I guess that's cool. So it did it in 7:23, I think. I think it did the oh, come on. Really? Twitter, Elon, you send rockets to space. You can't just have a player just like work properly? Bro, maybe you're better at rockets. Forget this. So it was supposedly 7:20 something. I don't know. 7:23, 7:26. Let me see if it actually shows in the article. No, of course not. Here we go. Official lap time. 7:25.2. Okay. So 7:25.2 for a 1,000 horsepower, 1,000 foot-pound torque, $130,000 car when new. So what's a NAACR do? What would an NAACR do? 701.3. Now, apples and oranges. You stepped into the racing world. I don't care if it's a sedan with electric motors. You have all the advancements on the planet. You have all the advancements on the planet. So let's take a listen. Just a quick couple of laps, not even a couple laps, a couple seconds. Which one are you driving? We are racers. On this channel, we are performance enthusiasts. Which one are you driving? Oh my God. Stock Viper ACR. Now, a non-ACR version of the Viper might be, let's say, 10 seconds slower. I'll give it that. Okay, let's see what's a 0901 Nürburgring time. Again, the Model S Plaid is 7.25. So C6, let's type in C6, an old my car, basically my car when new, 726.4. A 2009 ZR1 can go 1 second slower with none of the nannies, bone stock, with 400 less horse, 500 less pound-feet of torque. A Nissan GT-R, 7.26. Ferrari and Pagani Zonda, all these cars are, I don't want to say they're $100,000, but let's stop it at the GT-R because that's kind of affordable, right? 726. So you're telling me Tesla dives into the racing world. Again, dives into the racing world. I understand it's a sedan at 4,500 pounds. Sorry, if that's what if that's your flagship race car with a performance package, well, we're going to put it up against flagship performance packages of other manufacturers. That's what we do here. We don't go, well, put it up against a Ford. No. Your flagship performance car is a Model S Plaid with a track package. Dodge's is the Viper. Chevy's is the Corvette. Now, what is a Ford GT? But the problem with the Ford GT is the price. The price is just really, so Ford GT Nürburgring time. Nürburgring. That's not good. Okay, I want to do the new Ford GT, not the old one. Wait a minute. What year? In what year? 17 Ford. Okay. Is that right? The 17 Ford GT did it in 8 minutes? Fucking Ford. Could you imagine Ford? I hope that's not right.
Take that, Elon Musk.
God, really? So anyway, what I want to say is, if you're comparing your flagship race car versus other people's flagship race cars, well, the Dodge Viper is a better Nürburgring car than the Model S Plaid track pack, and the ZR1 bone stock is 1 second behind it, and it is almost 15 years old. 09, carry the one, around there. So, what in the race world, because you're racing, why is that so special? An EV that has 1,000 pound-feet of torque, all the nannies on the planet, should be damn quick. And it's 24 seconds slower than a Viper ACR and only 1 second quicker than almost a 15-year-old ZR1. Flagship. But that's fine. But now my favorite is the Tesla fanboys that have no idea what the hell they're talking about. This is my favorite. So I follow Everyday Astronaut because I love, rocket, space, travel stuff. And Everyday Astronaut is a nerdy dude that knows about rocket engines a lot. But goddamn it, I don't talk about rockets because I don't know what the hell I'm talking about. Just like this guy should stop talking race car stuff because he doesn't know what he's talking about. Everyday Astronaut. I'm surprised for drag strip mode, there isn't a burnout option where it first locks the front brakes, then does the exact 10 rotations of the rear tires, then automatically locks the rears and does 10 rotations to the front to warm the tires to get even better traction. Use a stupid. You want to do burnouts in a radial 300 or 200 treadwear tire, or even I don't know what stock tire treadwear is on a Model S Plaid, but you say you want exactly 10 rotations of the rear tires and exactly 10 rotations of the front to warm the... Guys, what happens when you do a burnout with a regular radial tire What happens when you do a burnout with a regular radial tire on the street? What happens? You go ahead, guys. Tell me on the chat what happens. Ford Shelby GT250R is $732. 15 Mustang Performance Package is $807. Says Putty P-Buddy. Oh my God. The Tesla says race tires. I wonder what that means. They can make a huge difference. The GT350, a naturally aspirated 520 something horsepower ICE vehicle, did it in 7 seconds slower, and it's a $50,000 to $60,000 car. Bro, stop Tesla. Stop saying, well, EV. So, okay, Porsche, all they have to do is give a shit. Like, all Porsche has to do is give a shit about EV, but they don't. They concentrate on their ICE stuff. So imagine touting badass EV stuff when you're the only one, and it's $130,000, and it's 4,500 pounds. I mean, look, once you enter into the race world, all of your arguments go away because now we're comparing it to race cars, not EV race cars. It needs to be 3,500 pounds. It needs to be, don't even try. Like, stop. Like, I don't understand why people, because what's going to happen? People are going to see that. They're going to go ahead and say, well, they did it, so I'm going to do it. Then a Viper ACR is 20 seconds ahead of you. Because when you go to the Nürburgring, it's race cars. So while you might pass a bunch of Porsches with novice drivers, get yourself a Vortec GT350 that knows a damn thing or two. And you're going to go, I don't get it. Elon Musk told me that if I would spend $130,000, that I would gap everything on the planet. And guys that know a little bit and are good drivers and set their cars up for racing, destroy that car. Just like the Model S Plaid was beating cars and doing really well. But the moment it raced people that knew some stuff, it was game over. On the street, roll, drag, you name it. The Model S Plaid became a non-playable character. Just another 1,000 horsepower, 4,500 pounds something. And it would only beat mildly built cars that weren't optimized for what they were doing. Well, Alex, neither is the Tesla. Yes, it is. It has it's optimized for that. And if a ICE car beats it, in the racing world with racers, the Model S Plaid is NPC. Sorry, it's just how it is. So we'll talk about it. What do you think about the Model S Plaid being 1 second quicker than a ZR1, 15 years old, and 20 seconds behind a Viper ACR? But what about with other? Stop. What's wrong says, I own the Plaid and the treadwear is awful. The stock Pirellis last 6,000. If you drive Spirited, you can do burnout on the track mode and it's silent and weird. But what's wrong? Why not do exactly 10 rotations yet on the rear tires and exactly 10 rotations on the front tire burnout? And what'll happen? Dude with the ACR was missing shifts and still ran a 701. Porsche wants that synthetic. Again, we are talking in the race world. I don't care about, if you're talking that talk in the race world, all of your excuses go away. You both show up at the same track with your Plaid track pack and your ACR or even non-ACR Viper. I don't think a non-ACR Viper is 20 seconds slower, like a GTC or something like that. Yep, Taycan 733 probably could do more if they wanted to. Right, Kellen Stocks. Imagine Porsche goes, they went 725? Here's an over-the-air update. Oh, look, a 701 Taycan. Stop it. The Chevy Camaro ZL1 180 package completed the Nürburgring in 7:16. What does the GT500 do it in? 2020 GT500 Nürburgring lap time. Let's see this dud. Probably did it in 7:10 or something. 7:13. Oh, my God. You suck at everything, Ford. Ford, you just suck. 7 minutes, 39 seconds. It's just, it's just, I'm blown away. I'm blown away that in stock form. Again, we're talking stock. We all knew the GT500 is a big fat pig, but if the 1LE ZL1 variant kills it okay, so here it says 7 minutes 39 seconds, and that's Google. So let's do a 2020 ZL1 1LE Nürburgring time. 7:16:040. That's embarrassing. I mean, great for Chevy, embarrassing for Ford in that realm. So, what have we found out today? The Model S Plaid Track Pack at $130,000 plus is not that impressive when compared against cars that are made to do that kind of stuff. GT350, ZR1, Viper. And if the Porsche gave a crap, it would destroy the Plaid. So I'm blown away that they actually tout that, knowing what's coming. What's coming is people are going to go, oh yeah? Well, here's the track pack version of the Taycan. See ya. And people, I mean, look, the Plaid is a better quarter mile car and roll car than the Taycan. But if we're talking the Nürburgring, which is so gay, but whatever, that's the subject matter at hand. Stop it, Tesla. You're going to look really stupid in about a week when people go, oh, okay, check this out. What do you think the reason for the Model S being so close when comparing to the GT350? It has double the horsepower for 350, but do you think it has to do with suspension and driver? Yes. Balance. If you've ever driven a GT350, what I'm going to tell you is this. It is insanely balanced. When you drive a GT performance package, 15 to 17 car, it plows a little bit. You know what I mean? It tends to plow a little bit. Again, performance package as it comes from the factory with a stock tune. It plows, it doesn't give you that confidence. And again, we're talking factory alignment because that matters too. Now you take the same exact, let's just say skill set. Like take me. And let's say if I drive a GT in whatever track, let's say a minute 5, I could probably knock 2 seconds or more off the GT350 with the GT350, not only because it makes more power, but the handling and the brakes. You can brake way later. You can just slam it into corners. It's not going to really oversteer on you. If anything, it's going to plow a little bit, understeer. And I've driven many GT350s, and I've had some over the weekend, and I couldn't believe how great it handled. And these are the base ones. These are the tech package GT350s with the regular Michelins. But if you gave me the Billy Badass GT350R, and I was a competent driver, I could probably at a track very close to cars that were way above in terms of horsepower and supposed handling with a let's say intermediate driver. If an expert driver got in with a vehicle with 200 less horse, I put my money on the guy that's the expert driver. It's all about balance in the vehicle, not necessarily power, in my opinion. The ZL1 is a track weapon for peasants, and it's a very capable car. EV Homo here. The Plaid being a big comfy sedan with 10-year warranty, putting up these times is impressive. It really isn't. It really isn't. Track package. That is the best they can do. Listen, Walter, that's the best they can do. We are now at the track. But Alex, you're comparing it to Viper ACRs. I'm also comparing it to a GT350 and a 15-year-old ZR1. In 2023, your 1,000 horsepower, all the nannies on the planet, track pack, race tires, race wheels, race brakes, 1,000 torque, can barely edge out a 15-year-old ZR1 at a track where track-oriented cars show up? I don't know. Call me crazy. Now, put all that same stuff in a 3,500-pound car. Game over. Game over. I'm like, yep, there it is. Badass. But the current configuration is not that impressive to guys that race. If you're just a novice looking at it from the outside, you're like, yeah, it's badass. But guys that know go, it's all right. Facing and listening to Alex speak truths. Morning, everyone. See, remember how I told you guys there's 100, literally 100 faithful guys on the chat? That's exactly what's happening here. Looks like the thing froze. But Ford used to blow Corvettes off in the weeds. Yeah, what are you going to do? A stock ZL1 1LE versus a GT350 with track alignment suspension mods. The 350 will be a couple of seconds slower. Yeah, again, I don't want this to be like a whole road racing gay stuff. But at the end of the day, if they're comparing that track, their badass car, Tesla's badass car, at a track with track cars, then you got to compare to other track cars. I'm not going to stick a sedan that is meant to cruise the boulevard up against a Tesla Plaid track pack. Now, I'm going to put a ZR1 up against it. And yes, I'm going to put a Viper ACR up against it because it is a track-oriented vehicle. Stop it. 09 Nissan Base ECR does it in 718. Got my liking. 101, bitch. Exactly, 101. Exactly. So, I think it was a good thing to look at and to see what the deal was. By the way, congrats to Late Model Performance. I guess they went to a track with Dell's car and they won some event. I actually saw their video the other day of a ZL1 at the track running like 9.0. That's crazy to me. Okay, so the LT platform is not the LS platform. It's just not. If you're taking stocked cam, meaning the top end has not been, well, maybe it has aftermarket cylinder heads. I don't know. But you're taking stock long block LTs running close to 8s. Yes, you got to shove meth down his throat and you got to do a whole bunch of crap. That's impressive to me. But if it has aftermarket heads, I would love to see what a LT, because LS is done. Like, there's nothing else LSs can do to impress me anymore. It's over. We all know they got to be opened up to make big boy power. But the fact that a LT in the platform it came in, not in a Fox body, can run close to an 8, that's impressive. And, I like those guys, and there's a reason I support those guys is because I think they're going about it the right way. Jared 10 says, doesn't even have a spoiler, downforce aids, probably due to killing the range from drag. Okay, no, look, again, that's their track pack. Sorry, that's their track pack. I don't know what you want me to tell you. You want me to start adding stuff to this car? I don't understand why people do that. That's like a thing in racing. Well, if I had another 300 horsepower, I'd gap you. Well, if Grandma had balls, she'd be Grandpa. Actually, can't even say that anymore. If Grandma identifies as a man, she'd be Grandpa. So go ahead and identify as having 300 more horsepower. Fuck it. That orange bolt-on motherfucker went 908. He said sealed, didn't he? Yes, I heard the video. And if I'm not mistaken, that car is a bone stock motor. Like bone stock motor, everything. Oil pan to the top of the valve covers. But that car, second gear leave, meth, and a bunch of boost in the 85, running 9.0, impressive. Now they're finally getting to where Mustangs used to be in 2015 and up. And I think, great, it takes the right kind of person to try to bring a factory platform as far as they can take it, because some people right away throw cams in it, heads in it, and they get after it. What I'm doing with the ZR1 is that I want to see how far I can get factory long block. If that car goes 4s factory long block, you will never see a cam in that car. It drives so good. And doing some cold air testing yesterday helped me figure out the stutter it was doing entering into boost. I got a clue from someone that said it's with the fuel enrichment, but not necessarily with the power enrichment, more fuel pressure related, believe it or not. Like, once I started commanding fuel pressure to come on a little earlier, that lean spike went away. Old pump gears, built motor, exactly. Was it meant to? No, I get it, JR10. Well, it just reminded me of what people say at the track. Like, well, if I had slicks, I'd run you to. I'm like, then get slicks. What's your opinion on a nitrous fogger nozzle in a Boss 302 car adapted to a Vortec 3.3 pulley car? I mean, it's nitrous on top of a supercharger. Like depends on how much of a shot, dry or wet. What are the goals? Like, that's such a long-winded, like, it'll make more power. There you go. It'll make more power. But what do you want to do with it? What are you looking to do? Get out of the hole? See, this would be a question that would make sense, Maniac. Alex, my Vortec car is lazy out of the hole. What do you think if I launch with a 100 shot above 3,800 RPMs with a trans brake? I would say your 60 foot would be better. But if you're like, what do you think about nitrous fogger in a Boss 302 throttle body adapter on a Vortec 3.3 pulley car? It'll make more power. I don't know. I don't know the application. I don't know what you're trying to do. Like, questions have to be so specific, because imagine someone saying, Alex, I got a Proline motor. What do you think about 50 pounds of boost in it? I'm like, it'll make more power. Oh, thanks, man. Puts it on, 50 more PSI. It blew up. What the fuck? Well, it made power until it blew up. Admiral Peck, just stop. I don't know. You're probably right, but you mentioning anything being the best without having any intimate knowledge of any platform ever except the Crown Victoria 2 valve, you don't speak from a point of authority. Love ya. Glass Roof Coyote says, sent your DM on IG giveaway if you want it. Oh gosh, I have a lot of messages on IG. The 18 manifold. I mean, I guess, but I don't want you to send it to me. I'd rather you just send it direct. But 18 manifold is like, it's a giveaway, but it really isn't. Like it's a stock manifold, and it's not really a No, look, you give it away on the chat if you want. I'm not gonna be involved. Tesla has to put racing stripes on the Plaid to be official. Candy canes look better at the track. Your car can touch fours or at least very low fives unopened. I think it can do it. If it does it, Meth E85 and grip, I will never put a cam in it. It drives so good. DJ says, I know you said the sauce for A10s are in drive instead of sport, but is there any harm putting it in sport plus track drag on drive? No, there's no harm. But look, Junior right now is in the middle of vetting the combination for the 21 plus F-150s. If you guys think a dyno shop, well, I'd rather get a dyno tune because it's better. It's in person anyway. Junior is on week number 2. That's right. He didn't just send a tune and see how it's doing. He is on week number 2 of vetting a file. So what does that mean? He's probably on revision 30, 40, 50. And once he's happy with the pump gas tuning, then we start throwing ethanol in it because it is an F-150. It has flex fuel capabilities. And then you dial all that in. And then when it's done, this is my favorite. When it's done and we send you a tune, you go, that's it? All I get is one tune? Yeah, that he worked on for a month. That one. Well, I'm going to go to a dyno shop. They could do a better job. Go right the fuck ahead. Get on that dyno, make a watt pull, make more power than us, and get the fuck out of our lives. So when you go to the track and it doesn't do the proper 2, 3, 3, 4, the lockup schedule's weird and it runs a half second slower than your base Lund tune, you will have to look in the mirror and put on that goddamn clown wig. Stupid. I just gotta get 2 weeks for the pump gas tune. Another 2 weeks probably for the E85 stuff. On the street and on a hub dyno. Well, my buddy's tune's better. Oh, the guy that's never owned the platform? That guy? The company that has never bought and owned the platform? That company. Cool. Gotcha. Fuck out of my life. I hate people. Anyway. I can still hear a lot of LS guys saying that they can do what Coyotes do, just fuel and boost, saying that they can do it without heads, cams, and intake. I don't buy it, but they swear it can be done, and it's normal. No. The only one I think you could do it is probably the LS9, and maybe the LS3. But the LS3, I think once you get up to, you can't make 1,000 horsepower on a stock cam stock. I don't think you can make 1,000 horsepower on a stock cam and headed LS9. Even less so on an LS3. That's what I'm saying. You do it with a Coyote with boost and fuel. ESS, Whipple, you name it. Just put a cam on and you'll never go back after the chop. I want it to drive well. Yeah, June has been literally on the truck all the time. Dropping a like, watching the replay. Yard work as always. Oh my God, Admiral Peck. He needs to, Admiral, you have not owned it. You have not opened it up. You have not done a goddamn thing. You haven't tuned it. You do not come from a place of authority. I'm not even going to read it. Love you. Is a 2020 manifold a lateral move on a Boss 302 manifold? Yeah. I think an 18 to 23 manifold tunes exactly the same as a Boss intake. Now, am I going to do the testing? No, I don't care. I literally don't care. Like, on a dyno, you can go back to back to back and have a 5 horsepower variable. Let's say 431, 427, 426. And then I shove a Boss intake, let's say on an 18 Mustang. And then I shove a Boss intake on it. And it goes 430, 421, 425. What the hell did I prove? Am I just going to take the peak number and say that's what it makes over the 18 manifold? No, that's stupid. So based on what I know and what people have done in the tuning queue, it's a wash. It's like a lateral move. It's not like the Holly Sniper's ass, the CJ V2. Guys, unless you're selling parts, you'll never hear tuners recommend anything that they know makes a lateral, it's a lateral move in terms of horsepower. Okay, I'm not going to talk about other tuners because I don't know what the hell they talk about. Every Lund calibrator that saw the V2 version of the Cobra Jet intake said, that's going to make less power. Every single one. Every single one. Dakota, Brandon, me, Junior. What the hell is that going to do? It has a smaller opening. What the hell is that going to do? But you guys double-fisted and stroked that thing. You double-fisted and stroked that thing. Oh, what do you think about this? I think it's trash. But wait a minute. Let's wait to put it on a car. Puts it on a car? It's trash. But it can't be trash. Why would Ford introduce a Cobra Jet intake if it isn't better than the first variant? Do you think Ford introduces things for better performance? Or just so that it fits better on a Gen 3? It fits better. Fits under the hood. Does it perform better? No. Not just no. Fuck no. It didn't perform better at all. And you guys were like confused, scratching your head. Wait a minute. So a big opening without any restriction flows more than 2 little openings with a rib down the center? Yes. But you guys listen to people on anything Mustang Coyote, Mustang 6G, your favorite parts house saying how badass it is. And everyone that knew anything looked at that intake and said, what a piece of junk. That's so stupid. Why would you buy that? People bought it, put it on their car, makes less power. Congratulations. You played yourself. 96 Cobra. Should I sell it? Sell that thing. Sell it. Sell that car. Build a sell that shit. Put a Coyote in it or sell it. Don't even bother building the 4-valve. Now the 4-valve guys are waking up from in their single wide going, what are you talking about, man? 4 valves for life. Shut up. But if I put a Texan block in it, rods and pistons and 35 pounds of boost, it'll make 800 horsepower. 4-valve guys are just as bad as LS guys. LS guys are worse than Terminator guys. It's close. Like, it's close. Only Terminator guys can beat their heads against the wall for 3 years to achieve one goal, while everyone else has achieved it and have done it twice in 16 different platforms. Only the Terminators guys go, yeah, I was the first one that did it in this platform. I'm like, cool. Cool. I mean, people have built, raced, and sold 6 different cars with 6 different, platforms, run a better number, but the Terminator guys will go, well, I'm the first one that did it. Stock input shaft world record. 10 spline for life. Stupid. The V2 Cobra Jet is like the 94-95 Cobra intake on a Windsor. I'm probably not banned from ACMI. I got banned. Gotcha. Listen, from Sauna in Canada. Cheers. Pierre Oliver Tardif. I can't wait to see CJ V2s on dark horses. Mustang GT is a fake Audi R8. Okay. I mean, yeah. I mean, seriously, he needs to sell it. He needs to sell it. I like a 96. I've actually liked the 96 Cobras. I think they're a light, high revving, 300 plus horsepower variant of a 4-valve. It's just the moment you want to make any extra power in it, it's not a good look. NA, I think it's fine. Beat the shit out of it. Make it light. Run 12s or high 11s and live a happy life. But the moment you want to go 10s, 9s, I mean, you have to like consider the options. Like, what are you going to do? Like, Jake's wife, Danielle, has a 96 Cobra or 96 or 98. She had a Texid block, Billy Badass, this and this and that. Bitch blew up. Piston went out the shit. And they're going to stick a Gen 3 Coyote in it with twin turbos. Watch it run 8s without even trying. 890. Oh, yeah. Yeah, 890 on 15 PSI. What the hell happened? Coyote happened. So I'd like to see how that thing runs. Waiting to go pick up my PS5. I don't think I'm ever going to buy a PS5. I bought a PS4 like late in life. Like super late. I bought a PS4 when it was like 4 years old already, and I'm like, like I used to be big into it, especially up north. It's snowing, it's cold, can't go out, so you're in the house all the time. So like, all right, let me entertain myself. And then I couldn't imagine living in a state right now where 6 months out of the year I'm in the house for over 12 hours. Like yesterday, I was like, I gotta go, and I went out, drove around. It was raining. I was like, I don't care, I gotta get out. But imagine living in a state where it's cold and you really can't go out and do anything because it's cold and dreary and shitty. So you rely on a PS5 to entertain you. Like talk about like having absolutely no, they're not, I like being busy, productive. That's the word. It's like Massachusetts, the Northeast in general, is the least productive area in the U.S. Productive. Because for 6 months out of the year, you're inside doing a whole bunch of nothing. When you come down to Florida, people go, oh, you just do. Guys, there is no excuse here except for a hurricane. And the hurricane actually spawns more work. So there is no excuse. You got to go to school. You got to go to work. It's beautiful out. There is no excuse. Productivity is at a high. It's hot, yes, but productivity is high. Nah, John Bailey, I don't think they want to be seen like that. They're not public like that. Not just the engine, the trans is also kind of weak. Just the Coyote swap the SN is just Coyote swap the SN. It's just stupid to try and build a 4.6. Yeah, Massachusetts is beautiful now in June. But talk to me about what happened between late September to about 4 weeks ago. 6 months of hell. I paid $1,700 for RTX. Who cares? Coyote swap it is then. Yeah, Coyote swap it. Don't mess around. CJ says, "Do you have any idea for a side hustle I could do after 8:30? I could do after 8:30 a.m. to 7 p.m. workday. I've been trying to figure out one maybe on my laptop, not physically demanding due to my back problems." CJ, you're either, I mean, you could buy and sell shit. You can hopefully, like, I think I could do a good side hustle, buying cars, fixing them up a little bit and selling them. But God damn it, that whole thing is a nightmare. And by the way, I want to mention this. I sold my 19 GT manual. It's gone. Don't come after me asking for info on it. It's gone. Someone else bought it. They resold it. And now it looks like someone else is looking to sell it again. That is gone. It is not my problem. I don't care. You want information? Get it from the last seller. I sold it for a reason, and it is not to babysit everything that's done to it. People reaching out to me nonstop. Any info would be appreciated. I have 1,000 plus videos, and about 70 of them are probably about the white car and live streams talking about no, but I want you to answer my question personally. I don't owe you anything. That car is not mine anymore. It's gone. Figure it out. Sorry. Like, I owe people, like the red car people were hitting me up. That's why I don't want to get into the car resale game. Because people are going to ask me all these questions, and I'm like, dude, I sold it. Get it out of my life. It's over. Oh, JD, I sent your stuff yesterday. You're right. It was only like $25. It was awesome. It's going to take a while to get to you. But JD, shirt and stickers coming your way. I also sent the brakes out and shirts out. Today's shirts are going to be, I was digging through my closet because I have the shirts prepackaged on the table behind me. But I found 2 YDB t-shirts that are rare, I guess. And I think you guys would laugh at them. Right. No dead dad in the back. And here goes another motherfucker. Admiral Peck talking about a platform he's never owned. Let me read the comment because it's probably stupid. Maniac says, 150 shot throttle body adapter, Fargo nozzle, 3.3 Vortec, turbo 400 car, 16 PSI. Would the nozzle be sufficient for distribution of nitrous in your opinion? Sorry for the long-winded question. Depends on how much. 150 shot? I would do wet shot. I wouldn't do it dry. And yeah, I think with forced induction, it'll probably puddle in the back 2 cylinders, but not enough to matter, in my opinion. I think you'll be okay. Where's Admiral Peck's stupid comment? Oh, here it is. 4.6 full valve should have all the strong rods and pistons. Should have. 4.6 4 valve should have all had. Should have. Could you imagine posting a hypothetical as if, you know what? Hey, Admiral Peck, Fox body should have had Man of War blocks and Tremec 3550s and 430 gears from the factory with a 28-inch tire and 33 spline axles and 9-inch ends. Well, that's stupid. Well, that's just as stupid of a comment that you just put up. I love you. Yeah, like, I don't owe you any car support. And again, I might sound like I'm mad. Guys, I don't owe anyone anything once it's out of my hands. If the buyer bought my car, drove it to Kansas, made it there safely, good. And there is no warranty expressed or implied. But people want to be like, how many miles are on the engine? Because this is what happened. Let's say the guy that I bought it from me sold it to somebody else. That somebody else thinks he's going to pull one over on people and says, brand new motor, less than 1,000 miles on the motor. Okay. Then you see the listing and it says less than 1,000 miles on the motor. Wait a minute. That looks like Alex's car. Let me hit up Alex. Hey, Alex, when exactly did you put the motor on the car? About 8,000 miles ago. Oh, you're a liar. Goes to the other guy. Alex said that it has 8,000. And now I'm in the middle of a negotiation because you want to use my knowledge of that vehicle against the new seller of that vehicle. I'm not playing that game. Yeah, you got it. Yeah, JD Swag, they said it about a week. 1993 GTs should have had TRW forged pistons, but they don't. SMX Bella Motors should have all the strong rods and pistons like LS, but them motherfuckers go pop too. Did Pecker just replace Turvey as Beetlejuice? He's been I think he's there's a spectrum. And Turvey is like slightly less retarded than Turvey. Alex, what's the compression like in the front 2 cylinders of the red car? Bro, GT Vert says go buy some Advil for dealing with Admiral Peck. Thank you for the donations. I appreciate that. Jacob Anthony asks, Alex, I am currently shopping for a 13 to 14 GT500, and I have a couple of questions. Would it be all right if I shot you an email? Currently coming from a Gen 5 LT. No, and ask them here. I'm not going to email you on my free time while I'm just enjoying my weekend to chit-chat about the history of the 1314 GT500. You have me on now. Ask the questions now. But Alex, the transmission grinds when I shift it. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's the other thing. People are going to go, when did you buy this transmission? Oh, how many miles on the clutch? Which clutch is it? No, I'm not going to be asked to try to counteract. What if the new owner pulled the stage 3 Ben Calamer and trans and put in a stock clutch with a stock trans. You wouldn't be able to know visually. You'd get under the car and you go, oh, it looks just like a regular transmission. I'm like, well, Alex, how do I know it's a stage 3? I don't. The case is the case. No, thank you. The 2012 Mustang GT Comp Cam Stage 2's long tube headers, 2012 Mustang GT Comp Camps, Boss 302 intake, that's stupid. On 93, that's even more stupid. Would it be worth it to go Cobra Jet? Yes. Plan on getting LU47s and going 85 regardless? Yes, Cole Daniel, absolutely. Those cams are going to shine with a Cobra Jet. Don't go crazy with the throttle body either. Some people think that you need a mono blade. No, dude, a CJ65 drives great, almost never fail safes, and it'll flow more air than that car will ever need. Remember, the CJ65 is a throttle body that's capable of making over 800 horsepower on a boosted application. VMP Gen 2R, 69mm upper, E85, that bitch will make 800. But on an NA car, it's more than enough. But people, for whatever reason, just love stuffing big monoblades on things and complain on how it drives. Twin 6, a great build, a great Gen 1 build is the following. And you have 3/4 of the parts. Manual, 373s, MT82 built. Drive shaft. Good suspension. Cams, Cobra Jet, CJ65, PMAS, Cold Air, E85, LU47s. Let's go. Almost 500 real horsepower. Jeremiah Camp made 490 rear wheel horsepower. Rami Zaidan's customer in a Boss 302 with locked MMR cams made 518 or so rear wheel horsepower on a Gen 1 Roadrunner. I mean, that is a... That holds up to today. Like, that holds up to this day.
To this day.
So get after it. I have owned 3 separate cars. Shut up. Coyote Kelly says, where something happens to ESS kit, they're going to ask you to call them to warranty it for them or something. Alex, did you change the oil on the ESS kit? It's making a whining sound. It's out of my hands. That car was nice. I'm going to tell you guys, that car, it is what? June 4th. Imagine getting a 700 plus horsepower ESS performance package GT with a Ben Calamer built trans RXT clutch, which wasn't my favorite. ID 1050Xs, motor with less than 10,000 miles, stock drive shaft, stock diff, stock everything. So it drove smooth as hell for $35,000. $35,000. Eddie Winslow sent me money and retracted the statement. Nitrous Bias Play says, Alex, when putting Comp Cam Stage 3 in, is there a big torque loss below 5,000 RPMs? Massive. Yes. Big. And again, when you look on the dyno graph, your horsepower and torque peak are going to be moved to the right, meaning in the higher RPM ranges. So if you're driving the car and you're like, oh, this thing feels lazy under 4,000 RPM. Oh, this thing is slower after I put the cams in. This thing is way slower. Okay, now let's optimize the RPM range. Let's make that sucker live above 5,000. And when you're racing it, it keeps pulling. And you have a high numerical gear ratio, high flowing manifold, FFE, LU47, Z85, the whole 9 yards. NPC Turvey and Peck. Alex, what's your social security number? Just showing some love. Didn't need to repost it. Gotcha, brother. Appreciate that. RGGT says, true. When I installed Stage 3 cams to complement the Boss and 85mm throttle body, really woke the car up. Pulls great all the way up to 7,900 RPMs. Cole Daniel. It's an MTD2 and have 373s. I plan to get a clutch and drive shaft soon, then work on suspension. You're going to love it. Yeah, $35,000 for something that made 795 on Sunoco 260. Has a BAP, 1050Xs. That thing was a fuel system away from being deadly. 850 and up. And it ran a 6.7, 60 to 130, which, again, it wasn't on anything fantastic. It was pretty quick for what it was. The Corvette runs a 6.1. So that's when I said, time to sell it. The Corvette with like 3 mods. more air. Let's say throttle body ported pulley. Throttle body ported blower pulley exhaust. It's almost a 5-second car. Yeah, don't fear the gear, because we now have files at Lund Racing that don't cause the cams to revert at 8,200 RPMs. So if you want to throw some oil pump gears in it and rev that sucker to 83, 8,400, the cams will love you for it. And if you want to, let's say, I think stock bottom end stuff is so cool. I think stock bottom end stuff is so cool because that's factory internals. And if it blows up, get another stock bottom end. Like I would buy 3 stock bottom ends. It's chilling there. And I would take a Gen 1, which I am going to do. I'm going to get a Gen 1 eventually. Stick. And I'm going to see how fast I can go on the stock tune. I mean, I hope it has no mods. Manual. Stock tune. I'm not doing anything to the tune. I want to see what I can do mechanically to this vehicle to see if I can go into the 11s and maybe 10s with a little bit of nitrous, like a 150 or 200 shot. And if it does that on the stock tune, now we build it. And I don't know if I'll do an incremental thing. I don't think I'll do an incremental thing. I think I'll just go right to full retard, cams, Cobra Jet. Let's just go all the way and see how fast I can make it go. $35,000 for a stock 19 GT is a great deal. For the 5.8, my goal is to go 9.798 in the 140s. What miles should I want to refresh the timing components on the motor? I don't plan on buying anything over 40,000 miles and want a car that can just be fuel and boost. Honestly, that's it. That's all you need. I think GT500s can go 9s easily in the following configuration. 13 to 14 GT500s have a great fuel system from the factory. So you literally need a booster pump. So get a booster pump. Get a 1050 injector, 1050Xs, if you only want to run 9s. So 1050X, booster pump, E85, PMAS 120, CJ65, headers, and you're going to hate me, 410s. It'll go 9, 7, 9, 9. It'll go way into the 9s if you could hook. That's a 9-second combo. E85, bigger throttle, bigger cold air, 2.4 upper pulley. 2.4 upper pulley with a Billet Specialties tensioner. Headers, exhaust, drive shaft, 410s, and a sticky tire. That'll be a 9-second car you can cruise on every day. Leave the cams alone. Stock cams, because you want that torque. So you want to be able to get out of that bitch. Stock TVS is going to get it done. Trust me. You don't need much to go 9s in that. And again, all these builds I want to build, but the budget's not there. It is, but it's not. Oh, thank you very much. Right on time. Thank you. And of course, this show is always sponsored by Dunkin' Donuts, because the little lady knows what the kid needs. Dunkin' Donuts. That's right. Oh, God. Gotta love it. This shit hot. She just got it. Wow. Woo, this is hot. Like right off the burner. Man, you gotta love that. Good shit. Excited for the Gen 1 build you're gonna do. Don't people supercharge Honda Accords for like $5,000? Gotta go grab another black 2011 if you can find one. I'd probably do a 14. I love you guys. The 11 was cool, but I want a 14. I want the best of Gen 1. And the last generation of Gen 1, 2014, is the best version of Gen 1, in my opinion. Ruby Red. Did you change the flywheel or leave the stock one whenever you put a clutch in your Gen 1 and you still had the MT82? When I bought the Mantic Dual, it came with its own flywheel. How much power will the CJ and cams add on Gen 3, ESS, G3, E85, 100mm pulley life? Stop it. Just pulley down. Stop with the CJ bullshit on a boosted application. We've made it 1,100 horsepower on a stock throttle body. Leave the stock throttle body in there. Do not put a CJ on it. It's stupid. Why? Then go ahead and do it. And when you get beat by a guy that pulley down on a stock throttle body, you're going to go, but I have a Cobra Jet and a twin derp. All right. let's give away 2 shirts. So the first shirt is a size extra large only. Yes, an orange YDB t-shirt. This is an extra large. No, this is the large. Shit, you're fat guys. You're screwed. Large YDBT orange shirt. It was sitting in my closet, and I went, "What the hell's that orange thing?" My closet's basically black and blue. Okay, so this is an orange large. So only reply if you're a large. Only get into it if you're a large. So if you are a large and you want this orange shirt, the YDBT shirt, what I need from you is the answer to I don't know, let me think of it. But yeah, this is like I think I washed it a couple of times because it looks kind of faded up here, and this was I think from Teespring. Remember when I had all that shit on Teespring? So orange YDBT large shirt. I'm trying to think of a trivia question. A lot of you guys got mad at me because I didn't give you car specific trivia questions. So I was like, really? Like really? Like car specific trivia questions? Unreal. Okay. On Mustangs, what was the last year of pushrod engines? On Mustangs, what was the last year they offered pushrod engines on a Mustang? First one, Peasant, doesn't matter. First one to answer gets an orange large YDB t-shirt. Garage Bill Coyote, he wins just like that. 1995. So the rest of you have slow internet. So Garage Bill Coyote gets a large orange YDB t-shirt because he was the first one. The first one. That's right. The first one. Badass. So there you go. So Garage Bill Coyote wins the large orange YDB t-shirt. Now this shirt is a 1 of 1 coming up. This is a 1 of 1. You know this shirt. Wait, just wait. You know this shirt, right? Let me clear the sponsors here. So you remember this shirt. For those of you that are OGs of the show, remember this shirt? But do you remember this? The you coming in a little too high powered shirt? That's right. June telling the Jeep guy, whoa, wait, hold on, fool, hold on. You're coming in a little too high powered.
Check this out, fool. You're coming a little too high powered.
That's right. You're coming in a little too high powered. This is also a large only shirt. 1 of 1. I'm going to give it away. This shirt is, I love this shirt. I literally look at it every time and it makes me laugh because that is Coyote, Cuban Coyote's old car in the background. And this was from that race where Coyote was accused of braking, but if you brake, you're supposed to, whatever. And then June gave him the sauce. Check this out, fool. You're coming in a little too high.
Check
power.
this out, fool. You're coming a little too high powered.
So, gotta love it. Gotta love it. So what trivia question should I use for this? Okay, so, geez, boy, that's going to be interesting. That's going to be interesting. Okay. On my channel, I have an 82 GT on my channel. 82 GT on my channel. What color was it? There's an 82 GT on my channel. What color was it? You have to go way back in time, but if you know, you're an OG. What color is my 82 GT on my channel? It's the only one. I had capris, I had notches, all this stuff. 82 GT. You didn't spell anything. There we go. Nat Jew. Nat Jew. Red. Everyone's like blue, black, red. Oh, Garage Bill says his fat ass won't fit in that shirt. So I'll do another giveaway. So anyway, Nat Jew, I think you already won something, but I don't care. I got to give this away. Large. Nat Jew. Large. Coming in a little too high power shirt coming to you. So Nat Jew wins this. Garage Build Coyote, you're going to have to give away the shirt to someone. So if you can go back and see, it's your shirt. So I don't want to, I'm actually folding it pretty good. I don't want to like be responsible for that. But Nat Jew, get me your info, ydbtforlife@gmail.com. I'll get you the coming in a little too high power YDBT shirt. And the orange shirt, Garage Build said he won't fit in it, but I'm not going to do another giveaway. So I'll let him tell Garage Build, tell me who you're going to give it up to, and then I'll get it sent to him. I just don't want to go through that stuff. Damn, I wasn't even around when you had that car. Exactly. White and gray, a burgundy. It was burgundy, but red is good enough. Red. A lot of people said red. Good for you guys. Actually, who's the second guy that said red after Nat Jew? Let me see. Where's Nat Jew? Nat Jew. Come on. Here we go. Nat, the Garage Built, 1995, Angel. Here you go. So Nat Jew said red. The second guy that said red is ATX Cobra. So ATX Cobra, you win this guy. You win the large orange shirt because I don't want to mess around too long. So ATX Cobra and Nat Jew. Nat Jew, you get the coming in high power shirt. ATX Cobra, you were the second one to say red on that, so I'll give you this shirt. I think that's fair. You don't like it? Too bad. It's free ship. All right, let's get after it. So, yeah, I think that shirt was great. And that's one of those moments in this show history that I think was great because Cuban used to be in here all the time, and he supported Lund Racing like no other. And he committed the same mistake all other racers make. They go in there, and they overbuild their cars, single turbo 400, and then he's like, what the hell did I just do? I just built the crap out of this car, and I can't even drive it. It's a race car now. Sold it, bought himself a BMW, and now he's B58 Cuban or Cuban B58 or La Pinga 58. I don't know what he is, but he's out there probably driving his car with his friends, having a good time in a slightly slower vehicle. And I always tell people never to overbuild their cars because, like my Corvette, the last thing I want to do is have to trailer that anywhere. I would feel like if I'm doing a half-mile event, okay, that's different. But if I have to like constantly trailer that thing to a meet or to a track, I'd rather just not even race it. That car is never going to be drag raced. And if it does get drag raced, it's going to be a 9-second car, 990, and then drive it home. That would be so cool. Even though it's easily attainable, I think 9s, drive it home is perfect for that ZR1, in my opinion. B58 La Luz. Exactly. You also had a Mercury Capri. Yes, I had two. I had a green one that never drove, and I had a black one. And I like Mercury Capris a lot, but they're becoming weirdly expensive for what they are. Look, I still have to outline a build for the Fairmont. Now, what I'm thinking on the Fairmont is Carb Coyote for sure, blow through with an ESS kit. That's my thought on the Fairmont. Blow through ESS G3X, not a G4, because I'm not looking to make over 900. 100 millimeter pulley, blow through carburetor from, I don't know, whoever makes best blow through stuff. I just got to figure out the intake situation, or there is some Coyote flanged 4150 flanged intake manifolds. Matter of fact, I think Holley, I hate even using this term, but I think Holley makes a sniper with that in particular. So we'll see how all that goes if it actually comes to fruition. That'd be cool in my opinion. Yeah, congratulations to the winners. That was badass. Good stuff. Good stuff. Thanks, bro. Can you put up your email again? YDBT for life. I'll put it up here. I can't move around that much. This thing is acting up. YDBT for life. Oops. At gmail.com. Copy, paste, and go from there. Time to go to the first few videos and learn everything to win a shirt. Yes, look, it's going to be trivia. A lot of you guys were mad. Look, I'm not going to give you car trivia. I'm not going to be like, so what was the first Cosworth engine that, man, fuck that. Who's the 2008 winner of the Monaco Grand Prix? Man, fuck that. I'm stupid. Same Alex, having a trailer is not fun. Why would you trailer a Crown Vic to the track? Admiral Peck. Why would you trailer a Crown Vic to the track? Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. So if the Holley high low ram, I'd get a low ram to fit under the hood. because I need to have so that's the plan. I want to put a carbureted Coyote on the Fairmont. That means I'm going to buy another set of headers from Ultimate Header, but it's going to be carbureted, so I'm not going to have to deal with O2 dumb shit. The timing situation I got to talk to Jake about. I need to do that sooner than later, because if I don't start working on the Fairmont, I'm going to lose interest. But again, house. The more I look, the more depressing it is in terms of house prices. But I got to get into something first so that I can then justify leaving the Fairmont in there and working on it, because there are times that I get up like at midnight and I just want to work on something. I just want to do something. Sometimes I can't sleep. So I can just go to the garage, turn on some music, and bust ass on the cars. But now I just kind of just sit there and look at the ceiling like an idiot. And I feel so useless doing stuff like that. Like yesterday, it rained here and it pissed me off because I'm like, I want to do something. So I took the drive and, just dialed in the Corvette drivability. Like it is super dialed now, all fuel pressure related. And again, everyone that helped out gave me a bunch of clues as to what to do. But I literally saw the car go into 5 PSI and fuel pressure stayed at 38, 39. And you guys probably go, that's not a big deal. But magically, when I made the fuel pressure go up earlier, that issue went away. So maybe that has something to do with it. Voodoo Red Devil says, I'm doing exactly what you want to do on a Gen 1 to a 350, going from road racing setup to a drag racing setup on a stock tune, going a lot faster than most people think. Right. See, a stock tune GT shift with a rev limiter of 6850 because torque drops off about 5,900. With a tightly geared MT82 with 373s, with the stock tune, weight reduction, drive shaft, suspension, I think I can go 11s. I think I can go 11s on the stock tune with a stock MT82. Gen 1. Stock tune. So how would I prove it's a stock tune? Honestly, I could draw it and do a comparison on HP Tuners. Or I can just show you that it has a rev limiter of 6850. I could data log it and see that it doesn't see more than 27 degrees of timing over 0.9 air load. But I would be running race gas. I never said I wasn't going to run race gas. I would say stock tune. So imagine if I take a stock Coyote, stock tune, free-flowing exhaust because it doesn't matter, drive shaft, suspension, 373, sticky tire. I think I can go 11s. And then 150, 200 shot, I can go pi 10s. What would you use to control the ignition on the Carb Coyote? There's a thing called an MSD grid. I got to look into that. Have you had the notch on the dyno with the new carb? No, I have not, Monty 540. No time. And it's been raining. Today looks good, though. Today looks good. But to be on a dyno, dude, you got to dedicate a whole afternoon to it. It's not just show up to the dyno and things are good. You got to, dedicate a whole afternoon to both. And I don't even know if the dyno is accessible right now. But I'm going to do 60 to 130. I saw that with my red car. I went 9.8, 60 to 130 on a cold day. That's pretty quick. On the white car, on the 85, I went 10.0 or 10 something on the white car, 19 GT NA. So I'm thinking I got to get into the 9s, 60 to 130 on the notch. But to find a spot to do it in is real difficult because Mexico is busy, gotten busier. People are moving here. So I got to find a spot to be able to do 60 to 130 or a dig run. But the problem is it's got drag radial, so it's not going to hook from a dig. I got to do it somewhere that's not that far away so that in case something breaks, I can just go get the car. So there's a lot of things happening. That will absolutely run 11s, probably 1140s. I'd have to finish watching this live later on today. Thanks for your going on informative and entertaining content, Alex. Everyone make sure you're dropping a like on this. Bro, thanks, bro. I'll be sending an email. You got it. I thought the people in here were hating on the Holly Sniper. I hate it in a EFI application. For carbed application, as long as it's not leaking, don't care. Because it's going to be forced induction. Forced induction, ESS, Gen G3X, Carb Coyote locked cam, so I need a Gen 2 or a Voodoo motor. So I'm looking for that. Or I do a Gen 3, but I'd rather not mess with Gen 3 because of the DI and the cam stuff. So I'd rather just do a Gen 2, like an F-150 Gen 2 motor, I think would be right in my wheelhouse. I'll talk to Jake about it, see if he's got any Gen 2 F-150 motors. Lock the cams so it'll chop, because the favorable position for boosted applications, the cam angle actually chops at idle. So that in conjunction with a good blow-through carburetor, the MSD firing off, transmission is probably going to be, you're going to hate it, but it's probably going to be an auto, because I already have 2 badass stick shift cars. I got the GT500. Actually, I got 3. I got the Notch, I got the Corvette, and I got the GT500 coming up. The engine is almost done. I got a update from Keith Ray at Wonder Racing saying it's almost done. I'll be shipping it pretty soon, and I'll send you an invoice. I'm like, badass shit. So once those cars are running, there's no reason to have a 4th manual car. So I'll probably be looking for a 400, like a turbo 400, close ratio. It already has 373s, so I wouldn't really have to do much. Someone said, yeah, those MSD grids are nice. You got it, brother. What if the Dark Horse computer is encrypted because they don't want Lund to see their Easter eggs in the SA50? Oh, Garage Build Coyote, we found an Easter egg. Oh, should I say it? I'm not going to say it. But we found an Easter egg somewhere we did not expect to find an Easter egg. We found an Easter egg somewhere where we did not expect to find one. I'm going to leave you hanging on that until I get approval of Tucking That Shit. Oh, bro, it's so good. If you guys knew half the shit I knew and was able to divulge the information, you switch platforms. You would switch platforms. You would split. You wouldn't want nothing to do with Mustang, guys. Or F-150, guys. It's so good. When I saw that Easter egg, I went, stop it. No, it's not another tuner. Just giving you that. Nah, it'll imply so many things. So, for those of you out there that think this show is not influential, understand this. I have been asked to not say certain things. Imagine that. A show that people think is just some shit-talking bald Puerto Rican somewhere that doesn't matter. If it doesn't matter, why can't I say whatever the hell I want to say? Because these aren't Lund's words. These are my words coming out of my mouth. This show has nothing to do with Lund telling me. I like a lot of people say, Lund told him to do. No. I see it. I comment on it. But once in a while, people say, you might not want to mention this. I'm like, why not? But I thought it didn't matter. I thought Ford didn't listen to me. I thought people like that didn't listen to me. By the way, I almost forgot. Someone says say it. Almost forgot. Check this out. You guys want to see something hilarious? I'm going to show you something that's going to make you laugh twice. Let me see. Let me see if I can find it. Hold on.
Here with the man.
Shut up. Videos. I gotta find it. Someone sent me a link. Here it is.
For me.
Okay. So, guys, we'll take a listen. I want you to take a listen. Something. Did you guys see the RTR unveiling? And the guy did a burnout and smoked the clutch. Smoked the clutch. Guys, non-drivers out there trying to grab second gear on a rug. Unbelievable. Look at the wheels, listen to the car, smoked it. Shut up, stupid. Look at the wheels.
Let the dog eat, baby.
Yeah, badass.
Yo. Come on. Let it cook.
Grab second gear. Wheels are not spinning. Wheels aren't spinning. He smoked that shit. The wheels are not spinning. He smoked the fucking clutch. Oh, again.
Grab another gear, Gary. Oh, come on. Let it cook. Come on.
They
Grab
stopped
another
spinning.
gear, Gary.
Oh boy, smoked the fucking clutch, son. Bro, non-driving motherfuckers. And then this guy, I don't know who the fuck he is, says the most ridiculous shit I've ever heard anyone say. They say that Vaughn Gittin is like Carroll Shelby.
Bill, but you've done a lot in the short amount of time that not only motorsports.
Let me see.
I call my man here the modern day Carroll Shelby.
Carroll Shelby. Vaughn Gittin, a guy who has no racing background. He drifts, which is judged. This guy has the nerve to compare him to Carroll Shelby.
And I think that's
Listen
a testimonial
again.
for contributing. I call my man here the modern day Carroll Shelby.
Oh my fucking Lord. He is rolling over in his grave, blowing Corvettes off in the weeds. I'm like, what the I am so happy I'm not into this. I'm so happy I'm not into any of this. Boy smoked the clutch on the unveil, and then he has the fucking nerve to say he is the modern day Carroll Shelby. That's where we're at. He is blowing clutches off in the weeds. And then this dumb son of a bitch said that Ken Block was the modern Shelby. Like, imagine. People on the spectrum view these two guys as modern day Carroll Shelbys rolling over in his grave. Sheesh. Carroll Shelby was going 200 miles an hour on the Mulsanne Straight. What the fuck is it? 24 Hours of Le Mans. But the modern day Carroll Shelby goes sideways for guys that have herpes. Hey, Judge, did I have enough entry speed, Judge? Oh, I gotta get some smoke. Let me grab some in the gear. Ba 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 boo boo. Ha ha. Hey, oh, e-brake. Hey, oh, that guy has a nasty herpes. Okay, get that Coke bottle off the wall. Modern day Carroll Shelby. He's a stupid, bro. You Mustang guys. I'm so happy I'm done with S550 modern Mustang culture. Modern Mustang culture is like modern trans culture. Gender affirming culture. It's up is down, down is up. This guy had the nerve to say he's the modern day Carroll Shelby. Put Carroll in the trunk. Oh, you gotta steer it with your foot. I'm not saying it's not hard, but it's not racing. Carroll Shelby raced. At least Carroll was a racer, right? Carroll, at least Ken Block raced. Bro, unreal. I'm blown away that they're comparing a guy that like outlined Shelby GT350s, the ACR Cobra stuff. I can't believe in the same breath they mentioned the words Vaughn Gittin Jr. No offense to Vaughn. Nice guy. Are you on crack? Stop it. Right. He did chew bubble gum better. I'm so ready to trade my... Dude, I had to get it out of there. I couldn't be seen in an S550 because of the culture. I can't be seen in it. I'm done. Fuck all that. Herps give you extra points. Right. The judge must have been like, okay, his entry speed was 100 miles an hour. His proximity was badass. But you know, the other guy's herpes sore was way gnarly. I'm going to give it to the guy with the herpes sore. Drifting is just like the end of times. The end of times. It's so stupid. Alex, you're just such a boomer. Okay, boomer. Okay, cool. You want to compare a guy that ballet dances with cars to a Carroll? Do your research on Carroll Shelby. Like, I make fun of the Shelby stuff because he passed away and they still put out new Shelby stuff under the guy, and there's like fake signatures. I'm going to do that. I'm going to sign my name Alejandro Flores, YDBT, and I'm going to sell it so you could put it on your dash just like you do. Imagine seeing a Carroll Shelby name on a 14 GT500. Like, I got to clone Carroll Shelby's voice because Carroll Shelby from the grave should be a good episode. Carroll Shelby from the grave, what do you got to say to that? And him just say the gnarliest shit. Let me write that down. See, that's how I come up with shit. Carroll Shelby talking from the grave. From the grave, Carroll. From the grave. Grave. Carroll Shelby. Oh, yeah. There'll be a complete series. We already got JJ the boss the other day was talking all that shit, and I just couldn't believe how he just loved Dominator that much.
Am I the only one that gets a hard on when Dominator races? I mean, those blue eyes are to die for.
Whoa, unbelievable.
I know Ryan has all that fancy shit, but I know I can beat him on the street because I'm more street.
Unbelievable. Crazy stuff.
Man, I'll race you. How about this bet? If I win, I suck your dick. If I lose, I suck your dick twice.
Wow. Unreal. Well, anyway. Fake JJ making an appearance there. Good stuff. I can't wait for fake Shelby from the grave for an interview. Got my 14 GT500 signed by the... Oh, herpy tiebreaker. Oh, my God. Drifting is not competing. Right. It's not. Does it take talent? Yes. Does it take quality builds? Yes. Is it racing? No. There is no competition in racing. Sorry. Jacob says, was going to do it SI50 for ease of building it, but the culture ruined it. Hence why I'm going with the S197 platform instead of keeping the stick rather than cutting it off. Absolutely. If you were to right now have the budget for a build, you'd be crazy to start with an S550. So why do you build cars? Let's ask ourselves that question. Well, one, you want to go fast and compete. But let's be honest. Some of us want to be noticed. Some of us want to go on social media and flex that, look at my S550. Look at my this. Look at my this. Look at my that. At this point, I am more impressed when I see a seemingly stock-looking S197 run a 7 or a low 8. I'm way more impressed by that because, one, it's a retro look we all love. It's a platform that people seem to just dump off. And the Fox body guys are now gravitating towards the S197. Yes, the racer, the actual racer that knows stuff and applies his knowledge has actually gone towards the S197 as a build platform. So you're going to see, as prices are low now, all of a sudden they're going to start to creep up on S197 because they're a favorable platform to build off of. Yes, not stock. Stock, it's not a favorable platform because, you can only make about, $750 or so on a Gen 1 before it explodes. But if you have the money to build it, you'd be crazy not to start with a S197. If you want to do the stock motor game, I totally understand why you would want to go S550 and up. I just needed to get away from the culture because the culture is something I just want to be involved in. That's all. Okay, I'm going to get out of here. Now, tonight, I will have a 13 or 15 minute video of me outlining S197 Gen 1 Coyote boosted manual builds. Again, guys, very generic, very matter of fact, no super detailed information, just to give you an inkling of what it takes to run 10s, 9s, and potentially 8 seconds on that platform. I did it in one take. I had to edit a little chunk out, but the reason I do it in one take is this, guys. I want the viewer to understand that this is coming from up here. The knowledge that I'm, in quotation marks, that I'm spitting is 100% up here. There is no script. I am not reading from a script. Only when it comes to gear ratios and super specific things do I read off a script. But the reason I do it, top of the dome, one take, is so that you guys go, this motherfucker said it without a script. This motherfucker must know that platform intimately so that at least it adds a layer of credibility. It's completely different to hear from someone talking from a script and telling you how this became that. When I talk to you, just by talking to you like we're talking at a parking lot about cars, I hope it comes across that way on the video. So that'll be tonight at 5 p.m. It'll air. Hopefully that traction will carry through Sunday night into early Monday morning. Get a couple of thousand views by the morning, and I'll be a happy guy. All right, guys, I'm out of here. Thank you very much for hanging out with me for a little bit. I'm going to go and get my day started. It's actually pretty nice out, so we'll see what the day holds up. Again, 5 o'clock tonight, we're going to be airing a video, S197 boosted manual build 1098. And then we'll get after it Monday, and then we'll be back on Tuesday. And we're going to give away potentially a super damper for a GT500. And I'm going to see if I can get other stuff to give away. I didn't even realize I have a shitload of stuff in the garage. So I have a bunch of, and all new stuff to give away. So stay tuned for that. All right, guys, have a good rest of your Sunday. See you guys on Tuesday. Have a good rest of your day. See you later. Bye.